All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the newest chapter of One Punch Man. And I am so eager to check this one out. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here. Welcome back to more One Punch Man. Time to see what happens after Saitama basically one-shots Machine God Mirror, and we get to see what happens after that, because everyone witnessed Saitama. Well, really, it was more so Red Nose really caught on to, like, this Saitama fellow, this bald cape dude, he's more than he appears. We should be concerned about that. Suika's looking like, oh wow. Blue witnessing the strength of Saitama, and McCoy getting caught in the crossfire of Saitama punching Machine God Mirror and getting bodied by his own machinations. So let's see what happens after Saitama beats this dude and what world awaits us. Ooh. In Punch 232 that has Garo on the cover. Punch 232 Guardianship. Now, mind you, I got my keyboard pushed off to the side just a little bit here. I've been fiddling with my microphone settings simply because my kitty-induced trauma video that I recently uploaded has my voice really peaking, and I don't like for that to happen to your guys' ears because that, to me, is annoying. So please let me know if my volume sounds good. I've changed a couple of things. So hopefully this is way more tolerable, especially if I get loud. This will be another example of if I need to fine-tune anything at all. But Punch 232 Guardianship. And we're focusing on Garo. This is a Garo chapter! Oh! It's a Garo chapter! It's a Garo chapter. We're up at Silverbang's dojo, and he's just hitting his back. How old men do, like super strong old men do when they hit their back, like hit their lower back with their hand, going, "Ow, I'm going to the acupuncturist. Sourface, you're in charge. Goodbye, master. Later." And then we have Charanko. Yeah, we have Charanko. I can't believe I remember his name out of everyone. Out of everyone, I forgot Sourface's name, but Charanko is the one I remember. But Charanko is walking thinking, oh, well, Garo's at his part-time job and Master is getting medical attention. We can take it easy. It's video game time. And while he's walking past Sourface, Sourface is smiling to himself, and then he grabs Charanko. Time for lessons, Charanko. As the number 2 pupil, show the new recruits how it's done. And mind you, it looks like Charanko has either a PSP or a Switch, and he's getting annoyed. But we move from Bang's dojo over to a truck that says Beaver Moving Center. Now, if I remember correctly, this is the same job that Garo is taking part in. So I'm already wondering if this is centered on Garo. We know that at Neo Heroes, Suryu has been told to go after Garo, and even told Suryu to instigate a situation so you can have legal reasons to fight Garo and bring him in. So, yep, it's Garo, and he's chilling with his fellow employee. Shinya, you were a hero? Yeah, just for a bit with the Hero Association. What was your hero name? You've never heard of me. I was mild delinquent. I recognize that name. Are you for real? Hey, weren't you also moonlighting as Papillion 800? Must be someone else. Garo knows his heroes. Why'd you quit? Well, I joined up to be like the heroes I admired, but then I found myself doing stuff that didn't sit right with me. And mind you, while Shinya, the fellow employee with Garo, is speaking, we have the members of Neo Heroes outside of that big APC that they were driving in, tracking Garo. They're tracking him actively. They're satellite tracking him right now. But then I found myself doing stuff that didn't sit right with me. And then we have Suryu, who's just watching everything as these battlesuit dudes are just running around. I became ashamed to show my face to other heroes. And then Garo's looking at him. Then we get another employee who's just chilling in the back, who has a very ugly-looking, hag-looking face.
You almost sound cool, kid. Did you do it for the women or for the money?
Neither. He's not like you, Chief.
What?
And apparently Garo has no respect for this chief guy. You're cut out for it. Huh? I don't know what happened, but if you've learned your lesson, you should keep at it. People are paying more attention than you think.
He just started. Don't encourage him to quit.
And then Shinya's just looking at Garo. And as the moving van comes to a stop, we have those battlesuit dudes from Neo Heroes watching his every move. What's the civilian evac situation? It's all done. Our target, the hero hunter, is getting out of the truck. What are your orders, Captain? And then, oh, this is Suryu giving these orders. What's the civilian evac situation? It's all done. Our target, the hero hunter, is getting out of the truck. What are your orders, Captain? Just do whatever. What? I can't get motivated for this, so handle it. Hey, what are you thinking? And then Suryu just hangs up on him. And mind you, far off in the distance, Bang didn't go to an acupuncturist. He's watching them. He is watching all of them. Are they with Neo Heroes? They tried to scout me and Garo, but to no avail. They must have come to take him out for not joining. I see no need to intervene. And while he's looking at the bickering battlesuit guys, he also sees Suryu. I believe their leader's name is Suiryu. He's the grandson of Suicho of the Dark Corporeal Art. Despite his talent, I heard he goofs around instead of taking over the dojo. And Suryu's just chilling, just drinking some juice, and just eating a big ol' onigiri. Now, duh! Why did HQ appoint him leader? Let's distinguish ourselves and take him down. And then Garo starts moving boxes.
You dummies, hold the opposite corners of boxes.
And Garo just picks up like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 whole boxes of stuff. Like this. Not happening. And then we get tranquilizers that come sailing in all of a sudden. And Garo sees this, and it looks like he gets hit, but we don't see the boxes in his hands right now.
What the?
And we got members of the battlesuit group going, got him! That tranquilizer would take down a large animal! Unsurprisingly, Garo caught every single one of them. I know I said, like, it looks like Garo got hit, but this is Garo we're talking about. This is Garo. This is Garo! Did you think taking him out with tranquilizers was going to work? No! You're crazy if you think it would! But not only does he catch every single one of the tranquilizer darts, he catches all of them, and then he apparently catches all the boxes that he threw up in the air. And then he just casually sets them all down neatly in a row. Who are you guys? You should think before you mess with someone like me. And then Garo stares them down, and they all just get a shiver down their spine. And then Suryu's looking, watching all this going, now that's cool. What are you doing with Garo?
Who are you guys?
We're Neo Heroes. That guy's a dangerous wanted man. Keep a safe distance. And then Suryu's just looking, going, this says that the job is part of his rehabilitation program. So this whole thing's been a lie. Suryu knows that they're lying. Lying. Now that's Aura right there. Of course it is. That's exactly what it is. Garo's got the aura to scare people who are far weaker than him. See, unless you're strong, you will always be affected by aura. You will always be affected by it. Unless you're strong, you will always be affected by it. But Suryu knows that they lied to him in order to go after Garo. He knows they lied. We all know that they were lying, but now he knows. This says that the job is part of his rehabilitation program. So this whole thing's been a lie. You don't want to mess with us! Come on, everyone! Let's beat his behind! And they start charging up energy inside of their suits as they prepare to fight Garo. Not a single one of them is strong enough to take on Garo, but all of a sudden, before they can fully launch at Garo, a giant monster appears right behind them. And they go screaming, terrified, go like, a monster? And that's where the chapter ends. This whole chapter. Now, here's the thing. I originally thought that we were going to have a Suryu-Garo confrontation. But considering the fact that Suryu now knows that him working this job is part of his rehabilitation, there really is no valid reason for him to go after Garo. He had no desire, no real motivation to go after Garo. He had no real motivation to go after Garo, and now knowing that him working this job is literally just him being rehabilitated and he hasn't caused any trouble, he has no reason to go after him. Neo Heroes is just trying to up their popularity by bringing down Garo, a person who was once known as the hero hunter. But the thing is, it was an old thing. It was an old thing, and he's already been defeated. So they're trying to find excuses just to up their own popularity. Suryu ain't having it. He ain't stupid. Mind you, he kind of got indebted to Neo Heroes by breaking one of their suits just by simply flexing his body, and he blew the whole thing apart. But other than that, he's not dumb. He's not dumb. And he knows that they're lying to him. So now that he fully 100% knows that he's been lied to in order to bring in Garo, who's done nothing wrong except work in this moving company, now he has even less reason to follow orders to bring him in. So whatever thoughts I had initially of Garo going up against Suryu, that's pretty much non-existent now, because now Suryu has literally no reason to go after him. He's not even interested in being here. The dude in the power suits, they want to go after him because it could help with them. I'm ready, promotion. They think it could they think it'll be good for them. You know, get them notified, notarized, and what is the right word? Get them noticed. Get them noticed. And not only that, but we actually see a way more calmer side to Garo, because he's just chilling with a dude named Shinya. And Shinya used to be part of the Heroes Association, but apparently he left. Apparently he left because the association was making him do stuff that didn't really sit right with him. I imagine that the stuff that Shinya was being made to do as a hero probably came from people like McCoy. Not like Sitch. Sitch is literally the realest person in the Heroes Association who actually does what he does for the betterment and protection of civilians and also for the betterment of heroes as a whole. Sitch is literally the best person to lead the Heroes Association in terms of executives and head honchos in this story right now. So I imagine such things that were coming down to Shinya were probably the results of people like McCoy or just directly from McCoy. Because one, McCoy is the exact opposite of Sitch. But he left because first he joined because he wanted to be like the heroes he admired. But then he left because they were making him do stuff that didn't sit well with him. And he became ashamed to show his face to other heroes. And despite the other employee who's apparently their chief for this whole move, saying like, "You almost sound cool, kid. Did you do it for the women or the money?" And Garo says like, he's not like you, chief. And then Garo tells him that you're cut out for it. He's cut out to be a hero. Given the fact that he's fought many heroes, I'm pretty sure he's fought heroes that he saw as unworthy or worthy enough for that title itself. But here he says you're cut out for it. I don't know what happened, but if you've learned your lesson, you should keep at it. People are paying more attention than you think. And then the chief is trying to keep him from dissuading Shinya from actually leaving the company because he just started. And on top of that, what I find incredibly hilarious is the fact that we get Bang leaving the dojo at the beginning of the chapter, saying that he's going to go see an acupuncturist. Given his age and given his strength, he doesn't need one. He doesn't need one because he's just that strong. He left to watch Neo Heroes because they were they tried to scout both Bang and Garo. And since they said no, now they're trying to find reasons to bring in Garo. It's literally like Darkseid. It's literally like Darkseid. What I cannot control, I must destroy. For Neo Heroes is what we can't control by scouting, we must incarcerate and destroy by either capturing this person, even if they're rehabilitated. You can never know. It's like SpongeBob's reasoning of going after retired villains in that one episode with Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Well, and all because of Mermaid Man saying like he used to be a villain, but he could snap. Just like that. That is literally their reason for going after Garo, because it'll make them look good. That's the only reason. Garo isn't being a danger to anybody in the neighborhood. He's doing the job way better than, your average person, because I don't know of a single mover who can carry 8 boxes of stuff for a house in one go. That is literally only someone with super strength can do. That is literally only something someone with super strength can do. He minding his own business. He's working. But they're trying to find a reason to bring him in. Shinya was the hero in the Heroes Gambling chapter where he was forced to fight a Chihuahua monster. Oh, and that's the one where Saitama showed up and beat the monster. That was him. Oh God, it's been forever since I read that chapter. What was it? Has it been 2 years since that chapter came out? Good Lord. Now I understand. Now it makes more sense. Him saying like, I became ashamed to show my face to other heroes because he was part of the gambling ring. He was part of the gambling ring of the Heroes Association, which was run by McCoy. I told you it was McCoy. I knew it. Now it's coming to my recollection. Now I understand. The stuff that he said that he didn't want to do was him literally taking part in gambling, being the hero that was contracted to gamble and fight monsters because people were betting on these fights. That's what. Oh, because I was about to say, wait a minute. What if McCoy was doing something or making him do something scrupulous? I completely forgot about the gambling ring for monsters. And he was inspired by Moomin Rider. Right. Kelvex, thank you. I am so glad you are here because I was just going to go off the thought of like, I'm pretty sure McCoy did something to him. Now, what it was, I probably don't know, but no, I do. It's just been so long that I completely forgot about it. But no. Oh, good Lord. Oh, ow. Eyelash in the corner of my eye. Hold on. I'll be back. I'm telling you, there is nothing more jarring and uncomfortable than an eyelash that is literally right on your cornea, like literally right on the crease of your eye, and it's just sitting right there. And all it takes is for you to look around too much, and then it just goes in there, and it's gone, and it's out though. But yeah, so now I understand. It's McCoy's fault. It is McCoy's fault that Shinya has this opinion about the Heroes Association. Wow. Okay. Thank you once again, Kelvex. Thank you for that reminder. But Bang has been watching them this whole time. Are they with Neo Heroes? They tried to scout me and Garo, but to no avail. They must have come to take him out for not joining. Seriously, if you refuse a request from Neo Heroes, now we know that not only do we have media manipulation, civilian manipulation, we also know that they have espionage under the belt, but now we have coercion in order to instigate incarceration. And if you refuse to join them, they will look literally, this is the whole situation with Garo. They will literally look for reasons in order to arrest you. If you don't join them, they are literally looking for they literally try to fudge and look for reasons to get you incarcerated if you don't join them as a hero. And if you're an individual who's also seen as very strong and they want you on their side, but you also have a bit of a pass, they will be willing to use that as well. That is so crazy. And Bang recognizes Suryu, but sees like there's no need for him to intervene at all. Because, I mean, it's Garo. And he recognizes him. I believe their leader's name is Suryu. He's the grandson of Suicho of the Dark Corporeal Art. Despite his talent, I heard he goofs around instead of taking over the dojo. And then they want to go up against Garo. They try to shoot him with tranquilizers, and then all of a sudden, Garo starts flinching incredibly fast, catches all the tranquilizers, drops them, and then catches all of the boxes that he just casually threw up in the air. And then he puts them down, and then gives every single one of those dudes a death stare. Literally, the aura fills them with fear. And then Suryu just finds them cool that they are all flinching. And then when they go and run over in order to apprehend him, the two dudes that work with Garo's all like, "What are you doing? What are you doing with Garo? Who are you guys?" And they're like, "We're Neo Heroes. That guy's a dangerous wanted man. Keep a safe distance." And this is when Suryu learns that he's been lied to this whole time. He's not a wanted man anymore. He's been exonerated. He's been pardoned under his probation, literally his rehabilitation program that he's under. So he's not wanted. He's not being hunted down, but Neo Heroes is trying to find a reason. So when they run up and they're saying like, "You don't want to mess with us. Come on, everyone. Let's beat his behind." They say something else, but I am a profanity-free creator. So they go to try to launch at him, and then a monster just shows up out of nowhere. And more than likely, these battlesuit jokers ain't gonna be able to do nothing to this monster, and it's probably gonna fall to either Suryu or Garo in bringing this thing down. And mind you, Bang is just watching in the distance, so if anything, this could set up a major redemption arc for Garo and put him on the path of being an actual hero and not the hero hunter in public view anymore. That's just my assumption. This is the perfect opportunity for Garo to go down that path of a hero after speaking about heroes with Shinya. This could be that one catalyst that propels it forward. Of course, we could have Suryu intervening and taking down the monster himself, but I don't see him actually fighting Garo. Maybe Garo will want to fight Suryu since he looks strong. I think there will be a reason that will be a fight. Can't wait for some Garo action, hopefully next chapter. So it's either one of those two things. It's either going to be the way Kelvix has said, where Garo may want to fight Suryu because he's strong, or if he's trying to put that past behind him and move into option 2, which is my idea, where he will take this opportunity to defeat the monster itself, and that'll just look bad on Neo Heroes because they're gonna say like, "Well, we didn't recruit him, but he took down that monster before any of our guys did, and that doesn't exactly make us look good because he's not affiliated with us." Either one of those two things. Overall, pretty decent chapter, but I'm so happy that Garo is back. I actually think this is a good chapter. If a chapter gets me out of my seat and I start pacing around my room and I'm excited, I think they did something right. That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel. But I enjoyed this chapter because this means that we're about to get more Garo. And you know what? I'm going to say this and then I'm going to call it a session here. I really love when this story focuses on anyone other than Saitama and Genos. Because this story does side stories. This story does pacing with side characters very well. Like, we have an entire instance with King and Amai Mask, and now we're having one with Garo. But overall, I greatly enjoyed this chapter, and I'm looking forward to the next one. family is here with food, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this so that way I can help them out with it rather than step away, then come back and then say goodbye. But overall, I like this chapter and I'm looking forward to the next one. This is actually the first One Punch Man chapter of the month of July, and I have to say, it's a good one because we're about to get more Garo, and I'm excited for it. But with that being said, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and only if what I did here today was even worthy of that. Check out my membership or Patreon because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. And because I know you're coming back anyway. Have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples! Denim is being so loud in the background. Later!